Welcome, everyone, to episode 38 of Ultimate Gamer Podcast. I'm joined with the lovely Andy.
Good evening, everyone.
That didn't sound very lovely.
Well, you don't actually have me sleepy and drunk for once, because this guy always runs the episodes literally in the middle of, the witching hour.
Yeah, it's 11:04 right now. Do you
And
know
we
where your
are-
children are?
And we are men who work, so this hour is the kind of hour that we would probably already be sleeping. on a normal
Okay.
day.
Well, that, and also this is 6 o'clock for us. So interesting things. My Twitter account was hacked. Apparently.
Actually, it's not just yours. Mine was previously as well. A lot of the people that are... It seems that a general amount of... no matter whether you use it, whether you don't use it, a lot of people were hacked, and they did notice up until right now when you start sending out weird messages. So, yeah. I only told you because I found out mine was hacked, changed the password, and then I saw that you were sending some random shit, so had to pass it.
Well, you can tell it's flaky because I never write anything in Twitter, so...
That's true, and the moment he starts telling me about an incredible new way to lose weight, I know something's wrong.
Either that or I'm being an asshole.
One, because we're not 16-year-old girls, and two, we're not girls.
Just this one secret will melt your pounds away.
Of course.
What is the secret? Well, you pay us $200, we'll tell you.
Exactly. What could possibly go wrong?
I only use my Twitter, really. I have it linked into YouTube, so every time I upload a video, it is there, but I just don't see the point. It's the same thing as Facebook. I really don't.
I actually use Twitter because it's actually pretty good if you follow only a set number of news sources that you really like and you've followed before.
So you're using it more as a news aggregator than anything.
Well, yeah, because where I work, I like to have something that's actively giving me an update, because literally it's once you go to where I work, it's like a fortress of solitude. You're sealed from everything unless you're actively out.
You work now, no breaks.
Oh no, thankfully it's pretty easy going.
Well,
if
cool.
you know what you're doing, yeah, they leave you alone.
Oh, we don't all have the luxury of knowing what we're doing.
No one actually knows what they're doing. You
just pretend you know what you're doing.
You learn later on in life that it's more important to pretend and be able to back it up with even greater amounts of bullshit. That's how you get ahead in life.
True.
Not that you're gonna get that far ahead, because unless you're Jewish, white, well connected.
I am everything you just mentioned. No,
I sound horrible saying it, but it's the unfortunate fact. Of the
you
tri-state
damn
area.
white privileged folks. That's right.
No, that's not true.
No?
I can outsmart all of you.
And apparently I'm a plebeian.
Oh, yeah.
And we're calling this guy out as a whole joke. I don't honestly care, but the guy is Nihilist Solitude. How do you pronounce that?
Don't know, don't care.
That's why I'm a plebeian, because I can't pronounce his name.
Made me laugh bitchily.
I was actually caught off guard, because, it was almost, scary, because Andy, just went, "Don't you dare!" I was like,
oh,
holy
please,
shit.
I don't care that much about you. I just wanted to exclaim the fact. It seemed funny at the time. Now that you remind me of it, yeah, I completely forgot about it.
So, that's right. It happens, but remember the platypus.
Yeah, not a single crap was given.
Exactly.
Moving on.
We have some interesting news.
Yes, both in video gaming culture, in science, in general gaming. It's awesome. It's a whole bunch of stuff going on.
For one, let's get the bullshit out first. And the bullshit goes to Target. Now, last week we covered DriveClub.
We're not going to build it up. We're not going to do a dun 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 dun.
Well, if you want to do that.
No, I don't.
Last week we discussed DriveClub as well as WatchDogs, which, hey, when I uploaded the video, literally that day, DriveClub was confirmed that it was going to be delayed till 2014.
Womp womp.
But I mean, look, once the rumors started coming out, I was like, yeah, it's probably going to happen. So
What are
we
you gonna do?
announced it as such. But the thing was that Amazon, Target, Best Buy, GameStop, what they all do to kind of like convince you to buy more is they like to say, hey, well, if you want, you buy a bundle. We'll allocate a certain amount of consoles that if you decide, hey, I'm going to buy Assassin's Creed 4 with my console, then
Yep.
you can do that. It's smart for Amazon and all that, but it was also the only choice for a lot of people. I mean, I pre-ordered my console literally 10 minutes after the press conference that announced the price. So I was guaranteed a console launch day and just the console. I bought the game
Yeah.
separately. But if you weren't so lucky, what Amazon and a lot of others would do is over time they would get more allocations, and instead of just selling the console, they'll say, okay, well, we need to get a little bit more money out of you. So here's the console, but you have to also buy a game with it. So
Yeah.
people, of course, bought them. Well,
I would say, well, they need to push product, and the best way is to get more money out
you're gonna
of.
buy a game anyway. It's a brand new fucking
Exactly.
console.
And you might as well, from the consumer standpoint, think that you're just, it's an insurance to actually have something to play on the system. Nobody ever just buys a system.
Well, I do. I just bought a 690, and I didn't play anything. Oh wait, I did play a lot on it. Never mind.
Rolling my eyes.
I know you are. And my candle just went out. What the fuck?
That's right. Unfortunately, our friend here has fallen on hard times, so he's running the computer on a motor that he's cycling through, and he's looking at everything through the light of a candle.
Which
because that's totally how
science-wise,
computers work.
science-wise, you ever see someone built what they call a flame gulper? Which I forget. What was it? The Stirling engine. You ever seen those?
Yeah.
Like they have the Stirling engine. And one guy actually built a generator that's powerful enough to power his radio with it. I was like, holy shit, it's pretty cool. But back to the news. Well, when WatchDogs and DriveClub were delayed, different companies handled it in different ways. I mean, it wasn't like where
Some respectable
no,
grown-up companies.
I'm talking. Well, I'm talking about like the bundles. The bundles weren't like, oh, the console literally had the game packed inside, and you had all that artwork on the box that was talking about the game that was coming with the console. It wasn't like that. It was literally they were just saying, hey, you want the console, buy a game with it. That it's not shrink wrapped or anything in there. It's just two separate items that you had to buy at the same time to get one of them. Amazon and GameStop, luckily GameStop, handled it in the proper way. They said, "Hey, look, we're just gonna, postpone your game, but your console's still gonna come on launch day." That's the proper way to handle it. Unfortunately, we have two dumbasses, and that's Target and Best Buy. Best Buy had the worst, but Target just fucking canceled it altogether. They just started canceling everybody's pre-orders.
Panic. Everyone panic.
Yes. And then what they did to add insult to injury was they sent out a memo or like a newsletter to people who got canceled saying, well, you could press your luck because we're opening up pre-orders. We're taking all the consoles that we just canceled. We're going to reopen the pre-orders for other people to pre-order on October 25th. Good luck is basically what they said.
I have no comprehension as to why this would have been a good idea.
I just thought it's like, that's like, it's like, you cut somebody and then just to really make it worse, you just piss right into that wound. Like, it was like, yes, we canceled it, but good news, you could still press your luck to win it back. It's like, what the fuck?
Here's a candy. Nope, just the wrapper. Nope, not even that.
Yes, that was exactly what happened. So now, I mean, of course the internet was like, what the fuck? And us gamers were like, we feel bad for you. But at the end of the day...
What happened with Target, though?
What the fuck are you doing pre-ordering a console at Target? I mean, whatever. But then I literally, like, the following day... after news went spread like wildfire, your Target, what are you gonna do? Well, we need to do the right thing because we apparently pissed people off. So they sent out a notice to everyone's consoles that were pre-ordered saying that we are fixing the pre-order, you're getting it back, and on top of that, we're giving you $100 gift card. Now, that I have to say, I was shocked. I was shocked that Target went as far as to give everyone that was affected by this $100 gift card. I mean, I'm glad that those people that had to deal with this shit got what, they deserved to get that card. I mean, because I would have been shitting my pants if I all of a sudden I got a notice saying, hey, look, we canceled your pre-orders. Like, what the fuck? I wanted this on day of launch. So, I mean, good for the gamers that were affected that they're getting their gift card, but I was blown away that Target would even go that far because, believe it or not, companies just don't do that. Usually they'll say, hey, here's a $10 gift card, or, fuck, we're not going to give you shit at all. Here's your pre-order. So I have to say it's really good. I just think, it just played out pretty poorly. And, luckily, I mean, everyone wins at the end of the day. But Best Buy has the most retarded, and I mean, I can't stress that enough, retarded process. Well, people that were pre-ordering bundles and consoles, what would happen is you had the option of doing like a layaway kind of thing. Yeah. So you just pay off little by little by little, or you can have it where you paid off a little bit, and then once launch day comes, you come with the final amount of money, and you just drop that right there and walk out with your console. Well, after this whole bundle mess, for people who wanted to fully pay off the console, because you couldn't fully pay off the rest of the game that was bundled with it, what they would do, so you didn't have to pay the full amount, they would give you the $60 on a gift card, but they had to cancel your pre-order to do it. So what would happen is, without asking you what was going on, you would have some Best Buys that were just automatically canceling your pre-order to give you the $60 on a gift card. And it's just
which, you know what? It makes about as much sense as anything else.
Like a monkey with a razor blade. That's common sense.
What could possibly go wrong?
So this one guy, Rich of Review Tech USA, which I have to say he's a pretty good YouTube channel. I mean, I don't agree with everything he says, but he's pretty well spoken and has a pretty unique point of view for a few news articles and stuff. But
and when we say unique, we're doing it with air quotes.
Yes. As I said, I don't agree with everything he says, but he was almost affected by this. So he made a video explaining that luckily that his Best Buy was not completely incompetent, and they explained, hey, look, we'll just do it a different way. Fuck the gift card. Just, you don't want to do this because you're going to lose your console. There is no news if they're actually fixing this, but yeah, I'm just happy I bought it from Amazon. That's all I have to say, But no, Amazon fucked up too. I don't know why. I didn't get it myself, but apparently they were testing to see if they could start charging people's cards to see if they're active. So they were putting through like just a $0 charge, just verifying that your credit card is still active. So I guess once time comes to charge your card and then ship your PS4, everything goes smoothly. A few people that have pre-ordered the console and then changed their credit cards, which I did, and I did update the billing information, but if they couldn't check out your card, they would tell you have to update it, and when you updated it, the estimated delivery time changed. So you weren't going to get it on launch day. You were going to get it like a few months later. It was something really stupid. So what it was doing was, it was basically, it's like, you wait in line at a food place, but then you forget one item. So you go and get that item, you come back, and no, you have to wait in line again. That's kind of what happened here. But it turned out it was just a glitch, and Amazon has rectified this, so if you got a notification stating that you weren't getting your console for a while, you can
Don't worry, you will.
disregard it. So, I mean, look, it's weird. It's like, with consumerism and all this shit, when a product comes out that you really want and you know it's going to be hard to find for a while, your nerves start to get tested, because it's like, until the system is sitting at your doorstep, you're afraid that anything that could go wrong will go wrong. And I had this happen last year with the Wii U. I bought it from GameStop, and again, like, because I swap out my card numbers like a lot, because I buy stuff online, and I'm one of those paranoid guys that decide, hey, let me just swap out my credit card numbers all the time. It works. No one's got my numbers yet, so that's good. But I'm a dumbass because I do it right before one of my pre-ordered items is going to ship. So they try to charge a card that doesn't exist anymore. And then I get a notice, and I'm like, oh, shit. If I don't jump on this, I'm going to lose it. So luckily, I'm not going to run into that this time around, because I've updated the information already. So we're good. But, I can't wait
till
till
it's perfectly well for a launch of a system of this caliber, because this always happens, of course.
What's funny is there's no news about this shit with the Xbox One. They had the same bundles, but no one's complaining about that. I guess they're like, ooh, I guess I shouldn't buy this. But you have a few people that are literally saying, well, there's no Watch Dogs, therefore I'm gonna just cancel my pre-order for the PS4 altogether. It's like,
fuck everything.
Why are you buying a console for Watch Dogs? It's a third-party title that was gonna come out on PCs anyway. It's coming out on your current consoles.
Because it's the killer app of the season. It's the one thing.
Why is it a killer app? I mean, I see the same. I'm watching the same preview videos
because
as everybody else.
Can you tell me one thing that is exclusive to either system that's drawing its attention? And no, we're not going to go into PlayStation 4. Tell me a killer app that is exclusive to the Xbox that's actually drawing people to it.
Well, I'm not referring to that. I'm referring to the fact that somebody.
You're asking why it's. That's the reason why. Because the third-party apps are getting more attention.
Oh no, not just that, but like. Why would you buy a brand new console for a game that is not like exclusive to the next generation? I mean, look, for me, I was gonna get Watch Dogs on PC. I wasn't gonna get it on a console, and even people were telling me, well, there's exclusive stuff that comes with only the PS4 edition. It's like,
doesn't matter.
But I'd rather enjoy my game at full 60 frames a second and in actual 1080p, not this upscaled bullshit. So why, like, it's not even a concern. Like, every game I'm buying on my console right now is a first party exclusive, except for Call of Duty, but I love Call of Duty. But shut up. Everyone's entitled to have that stupid purchase, and that's
you're
mine.
entitled to waste your money.
Hey, I have two copies of Call of Duty Black Ops 2. One on Xbox 360 and one on Wii.
Public.
Well, it came with my console. Okay?
Excuses.
I bought the Xbox 360 Slim on eBay like a few months ago, and it was one of the 3 games that came with it. It was Call of Duty, Halo 4, and Assassin's Creed 3, which... I've only played Halo. The other 2 games, look, I never liked Assassin's Creed. I tried it. I wanted to like it, but I just never got into it. So, but everyone's like, oh my god, look at Assassin's Creed 4 running on the PS4. It's so fucking amazing. I'm like, but we could still get that on PC. Like, it's just, I don't see where the excitement is, I mean, I remember back in
you're not the target market. You're not going to see excitement, and you're not going to buy it for the same reasons. You're buying it just because you can. The type of people that are buying this and getting it for the, quote, killer apps are the people that have no money to spend on a computer, or they have the money, but they don't have the brains to put a computer or get the right computer. So naturally for them, their purchase denotes what type of, culture they're going to be gaming-wise for the next generation. There's the PC4 group, and then there's the Xbox One group. And it locks them into that niche because most of them are people still living with their parents saying, oh, I can only afford one. So, yeah, it's not an insult, and let's not get the plebeian herds. We've already talked about this, we've already gone over this, and we've already proven this.
No, what's sad is my sound card cost me more money than my console. That's right. My sound card cost more money than your measly console.
Bastard. Moving on. Actually, speaking a bit about eBay and extraordinary,
go ahead.
There is
on
eBay for $89, which is the winning bid right now, an NES, Famicom, Nintendo, Super Great Famicom ROM, Windows XP. Yes, it's a Windows XP version for the Japanese version of the Nintendo Famicom. And I think it actually looks pretty nice.
You know what? You got to download it because it's running Winamp.
Yeah, that's the thing. It comes with Winamp. It comes with Item Senki. It comes with Outlook. Outlook Express.
I love it. It's like just one email header and uses up all of its space.
Oh my god.
I just love it because they're like,
someone wrote, the loading screen, it has the little guest login. It's, this guy's going through the start menu. He's got the old games, Rusina, Bomber Bots, which is like Minecraft. Not Minecraft, Minesweeper.
I love Minesweeper.
They got a few games in there. They got a full-fledged calculator. This is pretty fucking impressive. And it's got an on-screen keyboard.
Do you think it's a Linux build that was just modded to look like that, or do you think someone literally I don't see how the kernel could even run in this shit?
Actually, if they were running a very, very modified version of the, there's a version of Windows XP and now a version of 7. Windows 7 Lite.
Yeah, I know. It's called a Thin PC.
For what's it called? For
Windows Embedded.
Terminals? No, not embedded. Embedded's one. This is Lite, the one that's supposed to run for Lite. What's it called? Oh my God.
Thin clients.
There you go.
Yeah, that's what I have running right now. I have everyone on thin clients.
And so the thing is that there's a version of the Windows XP for that. That's for that purpose. I can't remember the name.
I have Windows 7 thin PC running on thin clients. The HPs, they were like $200 computers. And then we just use remote desktop RDP 8. And you can watch high-definition YouTube videos streaming from a server onto your thin PC. So even though a thin PC is like a pile of shit, you can run like Crysis on it. It works. But yeah, that's actually where a lot of computing is going towards, which is basically what Gaikai is for the PS4.
Yeah, we'll get into that later.
That's right, bitches. I created my own Gaikai.
Going back to this, we're talking about an extremely broken down version of Windows XP Lite, which is called something else. I'll probably come up
it's called a pile of shit.
Hey, I like it. I'm running a version of Windows 7 Lite on a netbook that I found and got it back to work, and it's working right now as a communications hub. I run Skype and everything on it. There you go. It takes the load off my other PC, so I don't run Skype on multiple. I just put it on here, and that's
just right. Run Skype on your phone.
That too. The problem is that for some reason on the Android devices that I have, Skype still is not picking up the Bluetooth headset that I like to use.
Skype is buggy as hell on Android.
Yeah, in the last 2 updates, I remember being able to use my Bluetooth headset, and it was wonderful because I could take the Skype call and just leave it on that, and that was perfect. But in the last 2 updates, huge updates by the way, they took away that ability.
That sucks.
It's like what's going on, Google? Why would you give an update that takes away functionality? I'm guessing there's a reason for it. I'm guessing they're working towards something, but in the last couple of updates, they still haven't changed it, and that's a big negative on me because I like to use Skype. I'm not a fan of Skype, but I like to use it because everyone I talk to uses Skype. If it was up to me, I'd be using Google Hangouts because, well, that works. As much as people like to say it doesn't, it does. It's actually more stable, it's more secure, but you know what? That's just me. Moving on. A lot of you may have been following the story over the week concerning Total Biscuit and his little tiff with Wild Gaming Studios, that shitty game Day One Gary's Incident. And supposedly, I'm just reading this now that they did in fact apologize, general public apology, and put this video back up. If you don't know the story, it breaks down to this. Total Biscuit, along with 4 or 5 other channels, did reviews for Day One Gary's Incident. It's a shit game. Really, it's just... there's no kind way of putting it. It's a shit game. It is a game compiled of shit. The compiler was shit, the code was shit, the graphics were shit. This thing was breaking down and having, at best, 20 FPS on a system that had a fucking Titan card in it. So yeah, you know something's wrong with code if you're breaking down and have that much of a headway. That much aside, you can watch all the videos that are very available on YouTube, and you can see the video that was put back up. The general story of it is that there's a type of email that the people that Total Biscuit works with that they send out to developers. It's a copy-paste email. It's a general thing that says, we're going to monetize this, we're not held liable whether you like our view or not, so you can suck it, but we'd like you to provide us... oh. Yes, that's right. That's my ringtone, bitches. Best ringtone in the verse. But anyway, back to this. They made it clear that they were going to monetize the video, and so then they got a Steam key from Wild Studios, downloaded the game, played it, made the video, put up the video, started monetizing it, started, being the #1 hit video concerning this specific video game and stating, hey, this game fucking sucks. I'm sorry.
No nice way to put it.
There's no way around it. This fucking game sucks. Okay. A few days pass. Boom. Total Biscuit gets shot with a copyright infringement flag for his channel concerning this video. Video gets taken down. Total Biscuit makes another video explaining what was done and what the hell's going on and why they like many other companies over the years, have used copyright flags as a way to curtail free speech and take down videos that they don't like, or take down certain videos during certain times when they want their videos to be top hits on YouTube. And it's true. It's no joke when they say copyright flags, because 3 of those things will destroy your channel, your livelihood. If you're someone who actively works in this and you put videos up and you have everything on YouTube, that will actively destroy any chance of you ever getting your stuff back. And for the lesser, smaller channels out there, that's like the touch of death. Total Biscuit, being part of one of the larger channels when it comes to game reviews and such, naturally was able to fight back. They had a few more resources. They had a larger community that actually was outraged by this, and so naturally they got a response from Wild Studios. The general it's not anybody's fault, let's all be businessmen here. A very, very political, it's not your fault, it's not my fault, it's not anybody's fault apology. Which is bullshit, but, what are you going to do? They're a bad game studio that made a bad game, and now they're bitching and whining about the fact that everyone's telling it to their face, so fuck them. They're Canadian. What are they going to do?
Dude, you're creating a... Well, you ever saw South Park? Do they call it Asian Turf War?
Race wars. Race wars. Anyway, besides the point, this actually brings to light a pretty big issue that a lot of YouTubers have been talking about over the years, and it's still not fixed, is the ability for any corporation to throw out a whole copyright flag without actually providing proof on YouTube. And,
Which, happens. I mean, it happens on mine as well, where...
It's happened to us on more than one occasion.
YouTube can't discern fair use as well. All it does is scan until it hears or sees copyrighted video, but your rights on YouTube are that as long as it's under fair use, which means it, for instance, the dubstep gun, because we had that in one of our episodes, it flagged it. We don't get any money from it. THQ gets all the money from it. But we were critiquing it. We were talking about how, this is going to be a fun game, which Saints Row 4 was still a fun game. But, YouTube, it's a complete headache for people like even myself or Andy or anyone out there that makes YouTube videos, that even if you're trying to play by the rules and do everything right and have all the right intentions, you still get fucked over.
Yeah, it's unfortunately unfair, unbalanced, and it just really all like the real world. It all depends on your wallet. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like this system, which has clearly been broken for many years, and no one seems to be doing anything about it. Maybe because they just don't know what to do about it.
Well, that's the problem. Is you look at Viacom. I mean, you remember the good old days where like every episode of SpongeBob and everything were on YouTube, and then
Yeah.
Viacom just came down and just rained hell and just sprayed hot acid over everyone's channel, saying, "Hey, look, we need to
Yes,
stop
a
this shit."
bukkake of Law and Order, basically. Yeah, it's
Yeah, they're really the big one out there, and they were like flagging videos left and right, even if they were parodies or fully fun, under fair use. It was a big problem. But in the case of like YouTubers, you look at Blackbuster Critic. He does a lot of anti Xbox One videos.
yeah.
He used to do the same thing about the Xbox 360. He used to praise the PS3. He's like a diehard PC elitist. But in all fairness, I mean, he has valid points supporting it. But look at his channel. He had Blackbuster Critic. It's no longer there. Every video taken down because he just pissed off the wrong crowd. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, when you do that, they flag
And
you
that's
three
just one
times and you're
of
screwed.
many, many, many other, like, it's happened before. It's one of many, many channels that has just
Yeah,
fallen off the face of the earth because of this.
exactly. And it's a shame because it's very hard to build up a following. I mean, you look at my videos.
Yeah.
What am I? I think I'm like 6,300 subscribers, around that. I don't know. I might be overestimating. But it took me like 4 years, if not more, to get to that point. Some people are gifted; they're able to get to that point in like a week of opening up a channel. I'm not quite that lucky. Um, but if I were to end up with that, where I get 3 strikes and my channel gets closed, I'm like, it'll take me forever to get back to what I was.
We won't, actually. You just won't. The amount of work you'd have to put in, all that history that's been lost, all the people that were following you before, it's, I don't know. I
Yeah.
would think it'd be an impossible, almost Herculean task to try to get everyone back on board. Because once the channel's gone, the channel's gone. Your subscribers, people who were hooked up, no. Just, one day someone will notice, hey, I haven't heard from this guy in a while. Oh, hey, his YouTube channel's been gone for like 6 months. Shit.
Yep. Happens. You
Unfortunate,
remember
but true.
you remember what was it like last year, or the year before that, when YouTube decided to finally close down inactive channels, and then everyone has just started seeing their subscriber count drop like a brick. So like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? I lost 1,000 subscribers. Well, actually, those 1,000 people weren't even watching your shit.
Yeah. Unfortunate, but true.
I wonder that sometimes because, like, yeah, I have 6,000 something subscribers, but on the average video, it's like the most I see is like 1,000, 2,000 views.
Yeah.
So that, well, the amount of active viewers is not quite the same.
No, no, it's not.
So moving on. Um,
So yeah, it was basically broken down like that. He got an apology, but uh, for future reference, guys, anything that comes out of Wild Game Studios, just avoid. Avoid like the plague. I'm
well,
not
now
calling for
now
any.
now we're gonna get a copyright claim.
Go for it. What are they gonna do? We'll just link to the other video, and ta-da! You're gonna get another outrage. They did it in the worst possible fashion because they overreacted, but they only overreacted to one video. They were supposed to overreact to every video, but they only did it to one. That right there,
That was your
smoking gun.
mistake. You were supposed to kill everybody, not just
Your
one.
mistake was not bitching enough. And you know what? Okay, whatever. But just know for a fact that people don't forget stuff like this. And not to mention that this was a Kickstarter project
That sucks for anyone that actually contributed to it.
that mysteriously in the first week was being, had every single donation above $270 and had the CEO himself provide close to like 1,000 some odd dollars. And, it kind of begs the question of what the fuck kind of project is this? Why are people wasting their money on this? Why? Because it's clearly like some kind of scheme or something. I don't know. Then
True.
again, that's just me looking at the evidence and making, yeah, forming an opinion based on facts. So you know how that never really works out this day and age. So apologies.
Moving on. I actually have one. The PlayStation 4, they have kiosks,
Yep.
but unfortunately, tracking one down is a royal pain in the ass.
Yes, the ones that are supposedly provided sent by UFO. They're moved by UFO. True story. True story.
Luckily, like the Garden State Plaza used to have a Sony style store, and they ultimately moved to nowhere nearby.
Nope.
And it would have been awesome if they were still there, because then I would have had an opportunity to play the PS4. But no, I have to drive 70 something miles to the nearest place that has a PS4 kiosk.
Yep.
And we live in the greater New York area. So what the fuck? You would expect, when there's a town that has 3 malls in it, you would expect, you know, a PlayStation 4 kiosk somewhere, but no.
Wrong.
Wrong. So I'm going to have to wait until, of course, the day of launch for me to actually play the PS4, because I'm not driving 70-something miles, paying tolls, and wasting gas for all but 10 minutes of enjoyment.
Yeah, pretty much. That's how it's gonna be.
Yeah, which sucks, but hopefully they will. And if at all I do find a fucking kiosk that's, you know, not a trip in itself, I will definitely make a video of it. There are a few videos on YouTube of a few people doing it, but you have to have those dumbasses with GoPros, and they use those damn fisheye lenses. I hate fisheye lens. That was a fad back in the 90s for some
No, it
fucking
was. It was a
reason.
fad in the late 2000s. Okay,
Late
don't deny
2000s.
it. Yeah, 2008, 2009. You
I
never
know.
saw the adventures of what was it, Eggnog Man?
What the fuck is Eggnog Man?
Oh my God, you do not know Eggnog Man. You are missing something very necessary in your life. Well, after this episode, you're gonna have to YouTube, Google, whatever, Eggnog Man, and you'll understand the joys of fisheye lenses.
Fuck no. So these people are, you know, filming, but they use the shittiest cameras. I mean, like, they're horrible. You can barely make out. They're trying to play the game while holding a video camera at the same time, and obviously that does not work.
Nope.
I mean, I would be that dickhead that just brings a tripod in.
Why not?
Like, let me do this the right way. And it's like, sir, you can't bring that in here. It's like, no, it's okay. It's okay.
I got this.
I'm allowed. uh, yeah, but I can't wait. I'm really, like, excited because I love new tech and Knack. I mean, I really can't wait to play Knack. And watch, you know, like a week after I get the console, I'm going to tell you that Knack is a pile of shit. I mean, that's how it works, you know. That's the corporate world. You get your dreams all up there for you, and then, you know, at some point, I'm going to use the PS4 as a footrest. It's going to happen, but right now, I want it.
Of course.
So, is there any other news out there? I mean, there's a bunch of PS3 controller news. Apparently,
Oh yeah, the spacing of the buttons was off, according to
yeah,
it.
which it is.
Which apparently nobody noticed up until now. That's great. It's great to know.
I think it's funny.
Oh, fucking hilarious. Just
Like,
goes
yeah,
to show how well focused these people are, that they can't seem to have fucking noticed that, hey, something's wrong here. I don't know. It seems kind of off. And they kind of like, I didn't notice the spacing of the controller when I tried it. The only thing I did notice was if you the actual sticks, the DualShock control like sticks, they're not the same as they were before. They're like cut, like the top is actually more. It's hard to describe it. You know how around the edges of the top of the stick, it's supposed to be like a bezel, like nubby.
Nubby.
Well, it seems that they have a different cut now, and so that may have been causing the problem I was having, where when I put the little flex point joint thing when I used to play it, that it actually provided even more space for my finger to move forward, which may have been the reason why I kept tapping on the touch interface of the controller.
Huh.
How about them apples?
All I know is it's going to take a little getting used to, and there are people out there who say it's like the best controller Sony's ever made.
Well, then again, a lot of people are stupid.
Well, no, the controller design's been like pretty much the same since since day one of PS1. I mean, the only thing different from that was it didn't have rumble and didn't have analog sticks.
Hmm.
That's right, folks. Sony copied Nintendo.
What a surprise.
Know your history.
Speaking of history, we made some history this week. A laser communication system that was set up to send pulses to a small little probe that we have orbiting the moon was able to break the transfer rate speed for space communications up to 622 megabits per second. When I told you about the story, what was the first thing that you told me?
I said it's faster than most people's home internet.
Yep.
That's the sad thing. A world record sending data from here to the moon is faster than the average home internet in America.
Yeah, pretty much.
Fuck, it's faster than my home internet. And I got some good internets.
Oh man, I got nothing.
You're not gonna what do you call it, encourage this?
No, I'm not. I'm just gonna let it go. I'm already working towards getting gigabit internet for myself since I'm.
Where the fuck you getting gigabit internet from?
I'm not telling.
Is it something I can get?
Here's the thing. I'm not even sure I can get it. I'm still in the talking stage about this.
Like, how much cock do I need to suck to get this? Maybe I might.
You gotta eat a lot of veg. You gotta be a rug muncher on this one.
Well, that's a little bit more pleasant.
Speaking of rug munching, which yes, it is quite pleasant. Google did a mod for Minecraft, which was kind of like giving children and everyone like a sense of how quantum computing works. I thought this was awesome because I actually tried it out, played it out, and it's actually kind of fun.
Huh.
And yeah, it's from Google Quantum AI Lab Team called QCraft. And yeah, it's freely available. Definitely suggest you go out and find it. Just Google QCraft and you're set. It's giving you a world that's been set up to work exactly like, well, not exactly. It's supposed to give you a better understanding through visuals of how quantum computing works in the quantum computing, quantum universe, how the laws of physics apply in the quantum plane, et cetera, et cetera. It's fun. I suggest you look for it. And speaking of more gaming news, were you a fan of Myst?
I've heard of it, never played it.
That's a shame. Anyway, the people who made Myst are coming up with a new game that's kind of in the vein of Myst called Obduction. It's not abduction, it's Obduction with an O. It was a Kickstarter, raised 1.1 million. Way to go. And yeah, it's in full
swing.
It's fully developing now. They're talking with partners to see if they could get it on not only just Android games, Android systems, but also they're talking about working with PC was a giveaway right off the bat. They're looking at consoles to see if it could be something that's put on the open market for download, et cetera, et cetera. I'm interested because I love those old games. They had like a weird mystique about them. If they're able to do something interesting that could actually work with the current gen market of people who want something flashy, something that doesn't let them think, then yeah, sure. Go for it.
Press A to win game. You win.
Huzzah.
You get a gold trophy.
Good for you. You get a gold star.
Achievement unlocked.
And two final tidbits of news that I found kind of weird. For example, one, if you are ever in a bad scenario, never refer to yourself as a hacker. According to courts now, if you refer yourself as a hacker or someone gives the description of you as a hacker, it means that by law, you are a criminal. It means that you have the intention of doing something harmful, computing wise, and want to put this code and want this to be known. So if you refer yourself as a hacker, is the same as saying that you refer yourself as part of Al Qaeda.
Leave it to our government to over exaggerate everything.
Which on the plus, on the reverse side of that coin, DARPA is issuing a $2 million prize for anyone who can come up with a new standard of security. It's called the Cyber Grand Challenge. So they, right now, the market is low for cybersecurity because nobody wants to fill these spaces. Nobody wants to work for the government being, quote, a hacker. Because if you're a hacker, you're a criminal. But they need hackers because they can't fucking protect themselves. So it's, I don't know, it's a funny little tidbit of news that I found.
I think that does sound pretty funny.
Yeah. And yeah, that seems to be my edge of the news. There's a game out on Steam, been available for a while. I definitely suggest you guys get it because it was on sale this week, called The Stanley Parable. It changes the definition of what a game is. It's not so much a game, it's a narrative experience and the whole point of it is choice. Definitely suggest you go out there. I'm not going to spoil anything. I'm just going to say it gets the Andy seal of approval.
Andy seal of approval. That's it.
And if you really want to like see what it means for the indie market to like come up with like, bleeding edge something out of fucking left field. This is a mod that was made from Gary's Mod from a few years ago. And for the last few years, they've been working on a standalone version that's, polished and nice. This feels like a fully polished, fully finished game, but at the same time, it doesn't feel like a game at all. It feels like something else. This
feels
is
like magic.
No, this feels like a set of other games, like 30 Flights of Lovin', Gravity Bone. It's like a new genre of games that's not so much games, it's just an experience. Like Proteus. It's something that you experience digitally, and then you draw from it whatever you draw from it. There's no like, I don't know. You just have to try it out because I'm just going to be, rambling on about it. It's called The Stanley Parable. It's available on Steam for about like less than $20, like 10, $12. Definitely suggest you get it. You will thank me for it.
Oh, there's one piece of news we completely forgot to cover.
Uh-oh.
And I mean, this is actually a biggie. Somebody got to see someone's pair of titties.
Uh-oh.
We're talking about Ellen Page in Beyond Two Souls.
Oh, that's right. Sony went apeshit this week over that.
And this is something that actually I was more curious to hear your take on it, because my stance is I blame the developers.
I'm going to go with developers as well. I got I got a question to ask about this, because they should have seen this coming for a while. The only reason that this guy got pictures of this was the fact that he enabled developer mode on one of the PS3s and just moved the camera. So that begs the question, the developers actively mapped out and put a nude body on the Ellen Page character, and they didn't tell anyone about this.
Well, not only that, why the fuck would you do it in the first place? Like, one person wrote in a comment.
That's the thing.
Which, this is the thing. Like, someone wrote on a comment, why couldn't it be like a Barbie doll where there's no nipples and there's no privates?
Who didn't ask that during development? Who didn't say, "Hey, this scene is done"? Question. Just tiny quick. Why does she have tits?
I mean,
and why
nipples.
Did you put hair right there?
Wait. Why is there a vag there? Is that...
Why is there a landing strip right there?
Is this really hers, or did we make this up?
Was this necessary?
I don't think it is. And I mean, it's like the whole hot coffee mod thing. I mean, it's the developer's
fault.
The whole
hot coffee mod, that was something, yeah, it's, I don't know.
Whatever. But this, I mean, look, obviously, there was no need to have the full... body right there.
Yeah, and once again, if you're a developer and you got a nerd on for this, okay, that's great. Why do you leave this in the game? And
exactly.
On top of which, I don't understand why Sony reacted so violently towards it. Because as funny of a story as this is, this was bound to happen whether it was from the game or not. It's called Rule 34. If it exists, there is porn of it at some point. So if it wasn't from the stuff that was already in game, which they made it a little bit too easy, somebody else was going to make it anyway. Maybe, I'm guessing they're afraid that Ellen Page might actually like sue them, but I think this is like the best fucking thing that could happen to Ellen Page, because let's face it, nobody fucking likes her.
No, I don't, and the game was a piece of shit according to a lot of people. And anyway, it's a David Cage game, whatever.
My question is, where the fuck was David Cage during all this? I am not a hater.
I would not be surprised if David Cage did the model for it.
Because we all remember the video. This guy was obsessed with the fact that it was Ellen Page.
Oh yeah, he was. Emotions. He's emotional about her titties.
Oh my god, dude, just let it fucking go.
No. What was your famous line? Suck a dick or eat a dick?
Eat a chode. Just shut up.
Anyway. I mean, I think it's very brilliant, but I just think, Sony really should have cracked down on David Cage. I think David Cage should be ridiculed.
I don't think David Cage was the guy. I mean, come on.
Well, I'm not saying he did it. I'm just saying he should be responsible for it. It is, in fact, his, it is his child, in a way. I'm sure if David Cage could, he would adopt Ellen Page.
Oh, that just makes it even creepier, man. That's just... Oh God! And when he closes the door, that's when they hear that dun dun. Oh, that is what is it? CSI or that's the opening to one of those crappy daytime televisions.
We found Ellen Page. Yeah, she's not there. Where's David Cage?
Probably the guy wearing the Ellen Page skin suit.
What the fuck? Whoa.
I gotta take it a dark place there, because somebody's gonna make the joke about, what was it? Buffalo Cage. Would you render me? I'd render me.
No one wants to see your body on a video game, Andy.
You missed a joke. Okay, for the people out there listening who got the reference to Silence of the Lamb, internet high five to all of you, because this is what I got to put up with.
What the fuck, man? I've heard the movie, never watched it.
Oh, okay.
I will. Look. I make it my goal that every Halloween.
You won't, because you'll probably get halfway through the film and stop, and it's happened to people. That's okay. It's not for everyone. I'm a Hannibal Lecter fan, so yeah.
Well, who isn't?
A lot of people. He's the bad guy.
No,
by the way, there is a television series called Hannibal. Definitely suggested. I don't even know if it's still on. Now I actually have to go do research, because I need to know if that show's still on, because I need to consume media. Any other
pirates? That's it, but I mean, more in your take, though. I mean, at the end of this, should this have ever happened? No. Who's at fault?
Was it going to happen? Yes.
Well, that's the thing these days. You're releasing a product to the masses. You should know that at some point your secrets will be discovered.
That's basically the most simplest explanation for it. You can't release something expecting that somebody's not going to crack it, break it, or do something with it, because that's the type of market you're sending this out to. You're not sending it out to a bunch of kids. You're sending it out to people that
You're sending out to hackers. Oh, wait. They're criminals.
Whoa there, Al-Qaeda. How long have you hated America, John?
It's like, what are you in for? Well, I
wrote I was a
Ellen Page.
I wrote I was a lead hacker on 4chan, and the next thing I knew, I woke up here.
Is it true that I'm going to get raped?
Yes, it is. You're not going to know where it happens. It's just going to happen, and you know what? Just remember, don't cuddle afterwards. It's just awkward.
You are going on the death chair. Why?
Sir, you are being hunted, sir. Also, another great game, another great indie game. Sir, you are being hunted. It's available for early access. Definitely go for it.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah, Sir, You Are Being Hunted is kind of like a twisted... kind of like reverse robot hunting thing, whereas you are teleporting between a set of like 4 or 5 islands, and it's a very cartoonish, very British type of like universe where all the robots wear top hats, cigars, use like really really old uh, rifles, and they are hunting you. And the whole point of the game is for you to outrun them and pick up some stones in order to activate teleporters between islands of the archipelago in order to get back home. Wonderful game. It's almost there. It's still in development, but it's almost there. It's lovely. It's just something that you need to sit down and play with a cup of tea. Why? Because it'll make you a little bit British.
Well, I just have to say that this is the end of the show. Andy has agreed that we're canceling the show.
Yeah, it's out.
No,
It's done.
yeah.
We're gonna take it to the back of the chemical sheds and shoot it.
Yeah, it just seems that no one cares about the show. That's just the truth of it.
Cry about it.
Yes, cry me a river. No, I just make it my goal that every week I'm gonna announce that I'm canceling something or closing something that I'm not gonna actually
Because
do.
apparently that the day that you actually mean it, that'll be. God damn it,
Dude, won't
I
you
am
two
so
get a
sorry.
room? Shit.
I am so sorry. I just keep getting.
I
fucking
think you should
emails
be more embarrassed that it's a Kim Possible ringtone.
It's not Kim. It's Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, man. You know what's horrible is that you know Kim Possible before you know Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Oh man, that's another talk for another day. Anyway, so platypus, everybody.